Hello, Snow. Welcome back. How have you been? A little backyard fire tonight. Thought I'd hang out for a few minutes and watch the skies. See if our favorite planets align tonight. I'm sure they'll be up there. We're doing good. We're doing good. Thank you very much. Have you started you some video content yet? It's almost stays daylight too long. Yeah, I know what you mean there. Busy, busy, busy. Time you get out here to let it get dark, it's 9:30. By that time, I'm ready to go to bed. Welcome in, everyone. Just had a few extra Amazon boxes to burn and said, well, might as well throw a bundle of wood in there with it. I know what you mean there. Busy, busy. You just gotta keep on moving on. Hello, Timber. We all got to do it sometimes. It's when you get good at it, and it's when you can go back to being a child every once in a while. That's the fun part. Well, we got a lot of things done today. We got all the materials purchased for the roof I'm about to put on this house. The yard all cleaned up, trim, mowed. Hello, Rainy. Welcome in. Thank you for the star, Snow. Appreciate it. That cardboard makes it burn hot. And I know next week it's supposed to be in the high 90s. Humidity levels puts it in about 105 to 110 in most places. So hopefully I'll get in, get my 8 hours in early and get out of there. And then me and Mrs. D are going to run away for the weekend, and I might do a live somewhere, but I don't think I'm going to video much. I do have a video coming out tomorrow. I hope everybody likes my crack at humor. Yeah, about 78, I think, right now. Hello, Jim Rockford down in Texas. And we were expecting rain this morning, but that kind of faltered away on us, so who knows anymore. I understand that, Jim. Hoping everyone's weekend went very well for them. I got one night of 2 in for camping until the rainstorm hit. And hopefully everybody got a 4-day work week. Had them today, Timber, or? I seen most of the videos I seen people were putting out lives were pretty bad thunderstorms. Looked like they went through Pennsylvania and up through Maine, New Hampshire. This will keep the mosquitoes at bay. Hey, Slurry Mixer, how we doing? I know you told me the other day you had a plan for the weekend. Hope it went well for you. Ball game or something you were headed to? Things died down. It's been a quiet day around here all day long, and come outside to kick back, and that's when all the traffic starts up. Food pantry this weekend. There you go. I hope that went well for everyone there. Mainly that everyone got fed that showed up to be fed. Pretty sure I'm feeling raindrops right now. So weird. Good to hear, good to hear. If we can just get the wood to kick on, we'll be all right. But we can flood out the mosquitoes first, then let it catch up. Make all the neighborhood proud tonight. I don't see my planet up in the sky yet, but a little bit of clouds. Any idea how many people you fed their slurry? Well, that's pretty good. I would say this little town has about that same number, but there's nobody out there setting up to help them out, that's for sure. Got a few places here that will pick them up and take them somewhere and drop them off just to get them out of town, but it is. I mean, when you, especially when we got, I don't know what it's called here, but I know it's got a name, some kind of center, but people will go there for the help, and I think they're allotted so much, so these younger couples with no kids will buy them a tent at Walmart, take them out to the campground, pay for 2 nights, and drop them off. So you're on your own. Most of them, you know, just sit around and wait for a ride out of there and just leave all the stuff that they were bought. Hello, Eddie. How we doing? How was your Sunday morning, Eddie? Now we got a little flames going. Pretty good, pretty good. I actually slept in till almost 7:30 this morning. It seemed like I was in bed for 2 days. But we're back to 5 a.m. in the morning, so we'll get this week knocked out early. You get to make it to church this fine Sunday morning? Yeah, don't you usually go on Sundays, Eddie? Ricardo, how you doing? Coronado Island Beach. Excellent. Yeah, I thought you usually went to church on early Sunday morning, so I try and remember a little bit as long as I can keep my mind going. Yeah, I got a record over there. One of my son-in-laws flies. I don't know if it's for Southwest or American, but he enjoys that airline stuff. Well, I'm trying to hold on to it as long as I can. I can remember when my mom she was probably hitting about 70, 75, and she'd look straight at you and call you everybody's name in the family but yours. We just thought it was funny, but happens to me sometimes too. Especially when there's 9 girls running around. 8 girls and 1 boy, I'm sorry, but sometimes I just talk too fast. I used to have a Mr. Martinez that popped in from time to time and gave out a Bible verse or two, but he has completely stopped coming in whatsoever. Thank you, Eddie. I just got rid of a few boxes out of the garage and said might as well throw on some wood while I'm out there. Got them grandbabies in there all getting the bath and getting ready for bed, so. Hello, Mark. Well, yes, he does. I probably should have pulled weeds while I was out here earlier. Hello, Joseph. Thank you. Welcome in, folks. Let everybody know where you guys are watching from tonight. Northwest Ohio here. We just got back from southern Ohio. Got to spend a whole day and night in a rainstorm. But I will say that the tent worked out very nice. Not one drop of water made it in. Joseph from California too. We just had another Californian. And we know Mr. Eddie there is from Maryland. I know we've had a Illinois in the house tonight, a Texas. It's always good when you guys keep coming back time after time, but I know it's rough when I don't put a standard schedule out there. I just make it in when I can make it in. That's the best I can do. Hope everyone is enjoying the videos I'm getting out. If you like hiking, this is the place to be. Yep. I mean, I always tell everybody, if you can make it, make it. If not, watch a replay, watch something later on. You can always still comment and throw that thumb in there. What's going on out in California tonight, Joseph? You guys got plenty of daylight left. Probably a little darker there in Maryland, isn't it, Eddie? Yeah, I was just telling Snow there a minute ago that sometimes it just stays daylight just a little too long. What was it, June 21st? The longest day of summer, which is the first day of summer. Slow as this fire is going, it might last for an hour. Hey, how you doing, Dave? How's the heat down in Georgia today? I see you got all that brush cleaned up on the back row there. Looks pretty good. Hopefully you had you a big bonfire. '97. That's kind of what we're expecting here this week with, I think most of the days are like 80 to 85% humidity, so that'll push it up in about 110. Heat index, anyhow. Yeah, it seems like probably another 20 minutes or so here. I mean, it's been cloudy up to 30 minutes ago. I come out to try and view the planets, but I think it's going to stay daylight. Yeah, you're on the other side of the ridge from me. I think a lot of spots down in Tennessee, West Virginia are thousands and thousands of feet higher here. I think our elevation here is only like 350 some feet above sea level. Good afternoon, Justin. How we doing? Yep. You got all the sunshine before we did. Oh, it's burning slow inside there. Justin says, let there be light. Wow, that's pretty cool. Hello, Grizzly. Grizzly, how much daylight you have left up there in Canada? And how is those watch hours coming along for you? It's already dark? You must be in the big tall trees then. Dog, you say you were up near Bend, Oregon? Was you in the other night talking? Yeah, tall trees takes away your sunlight. That's like when I was growing up. They used to have to pipe the sunlight into us. You get it about 11:30 to 2 when you lived in the holler. I missed those old days though. The roadway was made up the old creek bed, and you getting any camping in this week, Grizzly? Huh. Well, hopefully you're way over that 1,000 mark by now. If you had a couple old computers and good internet, you could probably run them up there yourself in no time whatsoever. Canada Squatch in the house. Good evening, good evening. Oh, good deal. Yeah, that's what a few people are waiting on too, is the sub count. I know the Stealth Campus Sweethearts have got all the hours they need. They're just waiting on 1,000 subs. Well, good job, Snow. I told you if you hang out of here, I don't think I got any moderators right now, but if I did, we would post your channels up. I'm thinking you should be able to just post your own link in your comment there. That will be fine with me. Get it out there and let people find it. Let me see if Charles is around here. You can if you don't log in. You'd have to get a different computer and just go in as a guest. But yeah, you can watch your own videos, just you can't log in and do it though. Yep, keep making those videos. I'm not much help, but I will help you in any way I can. And I know when I first started, man, I was asking everybody. It seems like it's a chilly 70 degrees. You bet, Grizzly. I'm going to be out of town on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so Grizz, I will put your playlist back up there and let her run wild. Yeah, when I first got into YouTube, man, I think I was to the point where I was aggravating people. I would go to people's lives and just ask questions. Some of them would be like, this live's about camping or sawmilling. They don't want to answer my questions, but they're like, oh, you got videos to watch on YouTube, and you can watch all the videos you want on YouTube, but I just about guarantee you that, yeah, that's what the best way they say to do, Dave. But you watch all those videos on YouTube, and the only people helping is the people who put those videos on, because I'd say for about the first 6 months, I was watching everything on there. How to get subscribers, how to grow your channel, and none of it seemed to work for me. Yeah, some of your old ones come up across my channel today, Dave, where you were setting up to rescue the cat. So I kind of clicked on them, went back through, and I hit like on a lot more of those highlights you had there. I don't know if you people can see it, just above that light bulb there. Can you see the little end of my finger here? Right there. That's our planet. I'd say within an hour and a half, that planet will disappear way over top of these trees. Straight north. I'll keep you posted if we're here very long. Yeah. And I found out that the only people I were helping were the people who put that video on there. Oh, join my team and play this music. I will be here 3 years in August. If you look at my channel there, it tells people that I've been on YouTube since 2015, and that is not the case. 2023, well, I done that by, jumping into people's lives on most of them. It helps now that people, give you moderator and turn you blue. Makes it easier to follow people back, but if you get into these lives, where the guy is talking or the girl's talking real loud and winding them out, and she's telling people to follow this, follow that, and, always follow me, I'll follow you back thing. Seems to work for a lot of people, but that gets your numbers up there. But what you really need for YouTube is the people that come back in and say hello and drop a comment, join you on a live, actually watch a video for you. They don't have to, you don't need the people to be members and send you money every day. Just, they got to show up and let YouTube do the rest. Yeah, key metrics and all this stuff were people will try and teach you keywords and things to say to get the algorithms saying. It works out good, but yep. I mean, I got probably 15,000 more views a month when Indian Cat, when I did a live every morning, but it got to the point where Monday morning I'd have 5,000 views, Tuesday morning I had 3,000 views, sometimes Wednesday I'd have 500 views, but you know, that was 5:30 in the morning every morning, and just weren't a lot of people from Missouri east, you know, that were actually up and awake at that time. I picked up a lot of people from, you know, overseas and stuff like that, the Philippines. But those guys will follow you on your live and never see you again. Somewhere on your homepage there, you can go to your subscribers. It might be on the YouTube Studio, but click all subscribers, and that will tell you everybody's locations if they are publicly subscribed, but most of them are not. Yeah, I seen those things were like, oh, if you've got to post a video the same day, the same time every week, and like I say, you know, one day you might have 5,000 people off to view it. The next week, everybody's busy and you don't get the views. I just kind of take it as we go, no hurry. I don't want to make a living from this, but I just like some of these companies that reach out to me and want me to do little product reviews and stuff, and free gifts here and there. Yeah, I would think, you know, if you get on a good routine where I would definitely try to do at least 2 a week. But yeah, I mean, the shorts, you know, they don't help out greatly, but they do get you views. And if you can start picking up views and you start getting a little bit shares. Any Cat, are you going to talk to us in here? And all this is just things that I found out that work, but I mean, some weeks I'll get 25, 30, 40 subscribers per live, and it seems like all the ones, majority of the ones that click on during a live and don't go to your channel and do anything else, seems like YouTube takes them right back from you. Gain 100 one week, lose 40 of them the next. And believe me, I say I am no expert on this YouTube. I'm just trial and error, trying things here and there. I have I don't know if anybody has checked out my channel, but there is I did a siding tip on a DeWalt chop saw one time, or hand saw. Hello, Bomb. And I think that was 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago maybe. And that thing is still getting views. Sometimes it gets more views per week than my new video that comes out. And that's crazy. It was, I don't know, 48-second short. I think it's hitting like, I don't know, 37,000 views already or something like that. But I don't know how to do it, but I think if everybody could like recirculate some of their videos. Almost too dark to see the grass. We'll get a rolling though. we can get the bark a burning, we got it. Yep, that's the way it works. I mean, if they don't go to your channel and show you a little love, it really does no good to hit that subscribe button during a live. Oh, we got to save the firecrackers for next weekend. We got some black cats and jumping jimmies, some black snakes. I used to know that whole phrase from Joe Dirt when he met the Indian at the fireworks stand and blew him up. And I'm still learning today, so if you guys have tips and tricks, 100 M80s. You're going to destroy a lot of tulips with those, huh? Tell me you've never put a cherry bomb and flushed it. Oh, we got something crackling, so maybe the wood's finally catching up. We go from 12 people to 3 people. No, that ain't nice. Hey, doing, Craig? How you doing out there in California? You have the weekend off? That is entirely up to you. Like I say, I've had 5,000 views at a nighttime fire. I've had 5,000 views at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's just crazy. I mean, you just gotta get out there at the right time. That's playing it safe, Dave. Playing it safe. You talking to the tulip or to the seagull? Somebody's just shooting off fireworks over in the other neighborhood. Yeah, they're way too hard to catch. They were somewhere and they told us to take Alka-Seltzers and break them up and throw them up in the air to the seagulls. I mean, it wouldn't hurt them, but it'd make them foam. You know how the Alka-Seltzer does, like Mad Dog. Yeah, man, like I say, you got to get up in those mountains and walk and video us a cougar or something. Craig, you ever go to the gym or anything? Oh, Earl's in the kayak in the garage. He's taking him a little siesta. I think we're about to have a fire, folks. Well, I figured not necessarily a gym, but a lot of places will have like hiking clubs and trail clubs where people just meet up and do bird watching and go in groups. A lot of people don't like getting out there in the wilderness by themselves, but some of these places will take in a bus or whatever and kind of just community center stuff. Yeah, I used to be a dedicated gym rat myself, but kind of once I couldn't control my belly size, I kind of gave up on the rest of it. I work hard on my belly, I know that. Dave, have you got any closer ideals on when you're going to make it up here? I'm thinking you're going to hit 1,000 miles before you even make it back to Ohio. I went fishing, I think it was 1, 2, 3 camps ago, but I've been down in Kentucky for a couple camping adventures, so I don't have a license down there anymore. This weekend coming up, the wife has told me where we're going, so I will be mostly indoors, but if Dave's still in here, we're going to go down and hit up Trader World, maybe the 3rd and the 4th of July, and walk around, check out the good deals. I might try and go live while I'm inside there if I can get a good signal. That's one of the biggest indoor flea markets. I'm pretty sure it is the biggest in Ohio, but well, we're about 78 degrees right now. Next week's supposed to be in the 90s, plus feel like 100-degree weather with all the humidity we're going to get. Of course, it's I think they're calling for thunderstorms the 3rd and the 4th of July. All right, Grizz, you take care. I think if you Google Grizzly Warrior, Dave, that's why I tried to get Charles in here. Let me see if I can help you, Dave. All right, Dave, you should be a moderator. You should be able to follow Grizzly right off the channel here. That help you out, Dave? And Grizzly, what is the name of the other channel that you have? How is the numbers coming up on that? Hello, Blondie. How you doing? Where you guys rolling out today? Still in California? There you go, Dave. You should be able to follow them all now. Grizzly Refuge. Hello, Smokey. Welcome in from Colorado, Northwest Ohio here. In Tennessee, what direction are you headed? Hello, Bill. Thank you for the red hot chili pepper. You guys see my and the floating heart? See, my planet has moved way down here now. If I can find my finger out there. Yeah, it was way up above that light bulb. I've zoomed in on my finger. It focused. Thank you for the floating hearts too, Bill. Appreciate you very much. What part of Kentucky are you going to make it into, Blonde? How's everything going out there, Bill? Don't talk to strangers. Well, it'll be all right for now. Danville, Kentucky. Oh yeah, I mean it is. It's supposed to be like that here next week. You never know, Dave, when we might need a sergeant of arms in here. That a 2-day trip for you, Blonde? Probably 3 days if you're rolling 10 hours a day. Unless you drive far more than that if you're a team, right? Team drivers run a little longer than 10 hours. Yeah, it's going to be a bad week for all of us, I think. I talking to TD there yesterday, man. I think he said it was 117 out there. Well, thank you, Grizzly. Much appreciated. It ain't too often we get people in that ain't actually subscribed to everyone or wants more subs, but I think it's fun. Seems like no matter where you meet them from, they're in one of the communities that you're already in anyhow. Yeah, well, I think my wife and daughter in there, they have the air on if it's 65 degrees outside. You guys all no-touch freight? Yeah, ours stopped yesterday. Like I say, it rained almost all day Friday while I was traveling, hiking, and then when I camped Friday night, it rained all night while camping. About 4:30 in the morning, it gave me about an hour break. And that's when I dropped the tent and got it in the truck. Well, that's good, Bill. That'll bring the humidity up, but cool you down a little bit out there. First time I seen Rainy in over a week. She popped in here a little bit before you did, Dave. And I seen a slurry mixer. I think he was in Nomadics Live, though, is where I picked him up. Yeah, I know Arkansas. Arkansas caught the tail end of that little tornado the other day. Well, no matter where I go, Blonde, I'll take the rain with me. They have a drought in Kentucky. Every time I go down, it usually rains one of the 2 days. All right, Dave. Hopefully we will catch you in the morning if my morning is not too busy. Sometimes in that park, man, I just don't have cell service at all. I go pretty much all day without phone calls and everything else. Must be why people like camping there, because nobody can get a hold of them. Well, you have a good day, Dave. Appreciate you stopping in. I got a big crazy moon coming up behind me. Now you can see the old planet burning pretty bright. He's almost made it to that other tree. He will be out of sight before too long. Yeah, I mean, I catch that with a lot of people. And I know it's just like mine when I'm in the park. Sometimes it's just hard to watch somebody who sounds like Mel Tillis. But I've noticed that in a lot of people there as they're walking these trails and stuff. They'll say 2 words and freeze and 2 words and freeze. And some people will just, I don't know why, but it hits them and catches them in a loop. Yeah, that's kind of the way I like it. Gives me a little time to do some video work. And I'm hoping me and Charles can make it down there and find that spot. Yeah, they got the fireworks going a week early here. Sounds like one of those Civil War reenactments going on around here. Cannon fire from both sides of the river. In Kentucky, I didn't think they were getting much rain down there either. Hello, Michael. How you doing? Welcome back. How'd your weekend go for you? Welcome in, everyone. Hit that thumbs up for me. Let's roll, people. Let everyone know where you're from out there and say hello to everyone. Hello, David. How you doing? Welcome in from Canada, Northwest Ohio here. Are you going to be close to where you camp? Going to your drop? Hello, Sandra. Welcome in from California. We got a lot of people rolling in from California. Welcome, welcome. Well, hopefully they had a good Sunday lunch. Do they have like a social get-together? Ice cream social night. Well, I hope it's all you can eat. I can put away a whole tub of ice cream. There you go. And hopefully it doesn't have to run all night there, does it? I work with a few people from Danville at the General Motors plant up here where I'm at. I think Danville plant closed down completely, did they not? Thank you for that thumbs up. We got 31 and climbing. Look how beautiful that sky is turning out. My planet over there about to go behind that tree. Hey, Ventures with Jay. What is for dinner tonight? You guys camp this weekend out there? Yeah, I think it was another iron plant where they poured. Leftover hamburger. There we go. Hello, sunshine. I have been great. We're going to have to get back into more of the midnight fire lives. But if it's going to be 100 degrees here in the daytime, I think about a 10 o'clock fire every night would be pretty great. Me too. I like fires better, though, when I'm surrounded by a forest. I just cleaned up a little cardboard out of the garage and absolutely, man. I don't know. I think that's the best part of my job where I work is I get to burn big piles of fire during the day. Yeah, that's it's almost fire season out there in California. Can you use those smokeless fire pits or absolutely no flames whatsoever? I know we have a March, April, May is the rainiest season here in Ohio, and that's when they give us a fire ban. Like that's the only time to burn, when you know it's going to rain the next day. Oh, I'm talking about the little smokeless ones where you still use wood. Kind of like a cylinder, inside a cylinder, hose in the bottom, hose in the top. Don't put out any smoke whatsoever, so it would actually be kind of hard to be spotted. I know a nomadic camper uses one of those a lot. Yeah. There you go. You guys ever watch Shy Guy Adventures? He's got that like a dryer vent elbow. And it's just the cutest little portable fire thing, but that's why I like camping where I camp a lot, man. You get back in those caves and you can hide out pretty good. Caveman loves smoke, absolutely. How you doing? Beautiful night it is. I'm trying to give it just a little bit. Here we go. We're finally getting the moon to come up over behind us there. Sometimes we can get the moon and the sun in the sky at the same time. Not hardly a cloud in the sky until they take over our planet over there. That big one just covered everything. Where you from, caveman? I know you're new to the room because I've never seen that name before. Give us that thumbs up. East Tennessee. Well, Blonde is probably almost in your neighborhood right now. She's headed into Kentucky, I think. Are you down near Chattanooga? Oh, I don't know why my phone keeps zooming. I'm in northwest Ohio. We just come back up from Kentucky 2 weeks ago. And then we'll be back down there in about 2 weeks, I think. Oh yeah, well, that's a little further east, yeah. I always like stopping in Chattanooga when we go down to Florida. We try and always eat there at the Chattanoogan. Oh yeah, Jefferson County, Kentucky. Biggest county in Kentucky there, where Louisville is. Yeah, Shy is pretty fun. My little fire has lasted way longer than I expected, and that's pretty cool. I'm enjoying the night out here tonight. I'm not going to jinx myself, but I have not heard one train come through yet. How was your weekend there, caveman? I got a nephew from down in there around the Tennessee-Kentucky line called Camperman 2025. Up to 36 thumbs up. Much appreciated, folks. You ever get to overnight there in Louisville? Oh, very cool. Now, are you talking like rocks from the ground or rock and roll? When you say roadie, I'm thinking rock and roll. There we go. Now we're talking. And I haven't been to a concert and let me think what the last one I was. I think the last one I was in 2007 Phoenix Speedway. Leonard Skinner was there. Got to meet the Van Zant. It was a fun day. Yeah, probably not me. If they had a concert, I like those where you kind of go into the, I don't know what they're called, IMAX thing that plays on the complete ceiling. Now, if they had one of those that was either space or inside a forest, I mean, that would be pretty cool just to hear the sounds and stuff, but I think I've had my share of loud music. pretty good bands play at some of these casinos we stop at, so. But I tend to head for the far corners when they start up, because some of them ain't that great. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'd have to look at one of my old shirts. Hello, Stuart. Welcome, welcome. Man, we can sit out here all night, long as new people start rolling in. It's all much appreciated, guys, and if you would like to subscribe, I do say please check out the channel first. Go over and watch a short or watch a video. Subscribe from the channel itself. Leave a comment, hit a thumbs up. We don't charge any dues here. Yes, you did, Snow. Much appreciated, and we've already got you back. I did tag Charles, but he hasn't showed up, so he's probably out, what they call it, grub hubbing, or... Hey, not a problem. That's, I used to do that when I first started, but then the wife wanted a mudroom, so I gave her the back 10 feet of the garage, and I put my little man cave studio in the front half, and so now I'm trapped on the outdoors, which I do love. Hope you got me up on the big screen. One of these nights I'm going to get out here and bring my projector. Maybe do a little live while we're watching some of my videos or someone else's videos. I mean, I could always do the live, and when people come in, I can bring up their channels on the big screen. Show some of their videos. That would be cool. Anybody else out there building a channel to make a living from, or kind of like me and just doing it as a pastime, having fun, enjoying the moments while we have them? And I would ask if you guys do have channels, feel free to share this out to your people, your communities. I got a few sponsors coming in the mail pretty soon, which is going to be some giveaways. Oh, heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I think I can get up to a 12-foot screen projection for mine, but I have, I don't know, 21 feet of backyard, and I could always project it on the side of the house, the back of the house. That would be pretty cool if I could get it all hooked up and working. Yeah, I know what you mean there, but I watch some of these people out there with 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 subscribers who never have to work a day in their life. But on the other hand, I will say that YouTubing is a lot like work. I mean, people don't realize, you know, you pop on my channel, you watch a 30-minute video. Oh man, if you could find an extra margarita machine, that would even make the live so much better. Yeah, you pop over to the channel and you watch somebody's 30-minute video and you're like, huh. So that was okay, but you know, you don't realize that the creator of that, you know, probably spent $200 or $300 in video and camera and stuff while they're making it. Had to travel to do it, make the content. You know, I can go camping for a weekend and probably have, I'd say 3 hours, 3 hours and a half worth of video that I have to go through and cut and pick out, and just to get it down to a 30-minute video for you. And you know, for a video to get out and play for a month and you make $2 off of it after spending, you know, $600 to make it. Yeah, I used to post one religiously once a week, and I would, sometimes I'd be 2 or 3 weeks ahead, but I mean, it just takes so much. Then you get to where you're paying $5, $50, $6 a gallon for fuel, and it is crazy. So I would say, yeah, it is probably like a second job to most people. But the bigger people get the bigger deals, the bigger things handed to them, you know. And, you know, I can't blame the companies. If I had a product to give away, I would rather give it to a person who's getting 25,000 views on a video than I would give it to a person making 500. Majority of the time I do too. Every once in a while I'll do a little drone footage or do a little GoPro, but even that, you know, you have to get an editing software that will transfer and translate and reconfigure and get where everything will work at the same time. That's right, Stuart, we are in no hurry. I'm 60 years old and I'm hoping to have 40 good years left. There's never been a rush. That's why we have our man caves. We can sit and ponder. I've been going over the ideals here in the last 2 weeks about better tents and getting rid of the camper, maybe switching the truck for a van, and a lot of things to consider. But you gotta have your health or you'll have nothing else. Eight acres. Man, if you only knew how hard it was to find land up here. When I left Kentucky 30 years ago, I had 14 acres, and the biggest mistake I ever did was sell that. And you know, I have been back to Kentucky and Tennessee and West Virginia, all over Ohio, trying to find land, but only land you find is on the side of a mountain or hillside, or you got no right of way back to it. Crazy, I can feel sprinkles here. We looked in Florida, We drove several trips down to Florida to look at land, and it just wasn't happening. Yeah, I got friends in Kentucky that can find land and get 20 acres for $30,000, and $30,000 won't even get you a quarter acre to a half acre lot around this place. Well, if the family's going to list it, it's one thing. If they've already turned it over to a realtor, the price has already went up $14,000, $15,000. I mean, I looked at 42 acres in West Virginia. You know, talked to the realtor for about a week and a half over the phone, looked at the maps. Realtor tells me, well, it's got a little bit of trash on it, but well worth the money. And I think they wanted $25,000 for this place. Me and a friend of mine went down and took a look at it. Once we finally got to where we could get to the property, which was a part of a logging road, we had to park and then walk another quarter mile, and there must have been 45 mobile homes on this property, just sitting there rotting and rusting. Pretty sure there was a couple meth labs and probably a million ton of trash. Oh yeah, that's the way it is around here. There's a spot on the other side of town. It's 15, 16 acres, and it's got like a $920,000 price tag on it, and the sign will be up a week and gone the next. Forget buying anything on the river or around the lake around this place. That's a guaranteed $25,000 an acre. And then you have to be wall to wall. I'm 35, 40 feet from my neighbor here on the backside. Definitely missed the country. Magnolia. Is that where Skip and Joanne are from? Chip and Joanne? Magnolia Acres down there in Texas? Or are they next to Waco? What kind of property are they having in Kentucky there, Blonde? How big of a spot is it? That ain't bad at all. All right, Jay, we appreciate you. Hoping those leftover hamburgers are working out good. Thanks for hanging out with us. I am feeling some sprinkles in the air too. Okay. Yeah, that's just the name of their farm they have there, Magnolia Farms, or I didn't know if that was an actual city or not. Hello, old pirate bourbon. Just reading that name got my mouth watering. Welcome in, welcome in. We just stopped in Tennessee on the way home a couple weeks ago and picked up some good bourbon and some Jack Daniels. Where you from? What's going on out there? Hit that thumbs up. Knoxville, Tennessee, there you go. Yeah, I found several properties like that down there. Had a little family cemetery or something on it, and you could not block the road, and usually the cemetery was almost dead center of the property too. We had one at the edge of our property down in Kentucky, and about once a week that was a place to go if you want to pick up pop cans and beer cans. Shoot me an email, blonde, and give me an address that I can look up on Google, and I will definitely check it out. How's it going tonight, pirate? Winding down your Sunday, ready for another long work week. I'm gonna have to poke around on this fire one more time. I think tonight is the Hurricane Harvey. 2017. We've had a lot of those. Yeah, we were in Louisiana for Katrina and Rita. Yeah, I think tomorrow night is the strawberry moon or something like that coming out. It looks like it's almost full tonight. I should probably go get my good camera and get the wife some pictures. How far up Texas did that hurricane come, Stuart? Welcome in, people. Welcome in. Oh yeah? In Texas? Oh, cool. That is a definitely a must. Now you say it's at a dead end road, but it has no structure sitting on it at this time. Is that correct? I'll be right back. I went in and grabbed the good camera to get a picture of the moon for the wife. Hello, Josh. How we doing? Yep, that is absolutely true. Well, good night, Josh. Appreciate you stopping in. Severe heat tomorrow. Possibility of reaching 105. I'm going to turn around here and snap a few pictures. Hello, camper. Appreciate you stopping in. Well, that's the way it always works. I turn around to try to get a picture. Well, that's good. I mean, old trailers that you can get rid of is pretty good. That usually means that you have a... Yes, I am, Justin. $10.41 here, Josh. That means a possibility, like you said, good water, good septic, stuff like that. That saves a person a lot of money. Cannot keep the clouds out front of the moon. How you doing, Jim? Oh, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, like I say, if you can just email me a thing, an address, and I just want to look it up on Google Map. How you doing tonight, Jim? What's going on? Appreciate you dropping in and saying hello. All right, appreciate that very much. The moon just now popping up out of the clouds and about to brighten the whole backyard up. How's the weekend been? And the fireworks are still going. I'll probably be on for another 12 minutes or so. This fire's about out, and Oh, there's our train I said we hadn't heard tonight. Hello, roll call. Oh, yeah, it's about the same. I tried to camp, supposed to camp 2 nights, and it rained so bad the first day and first night that I just packed it up and said, I'm going home. Yep, and I got 3 grandkids here doing the same thing to me. How's your weekend roll call? Hey, Reason, how you doing? Man, that train is coming through the backyard. Hard to believe that he's a mile away. Oh yeah, I know what you mean there, roll call. Rain, rain, rain. Now it's going to quit raining tomorrow and be 105 degrees every day. Reason we got several people in here from Texas tonight hanging out with us. They were. Hope they're still here. I'm glad it's only a 4-day weekend for me, but you get Friday, Saturday off, and it's supposed to rain both those days. I don't know if you can see that big moon coming up, yeah, but it's supposed to be pretty close to full tonight and a big strawberry moon tomorrow. Hello, Wayne. Man, I wish I could. It seems like it goes everywhere I go. I don't usually go past Lake Wells, though, when I go to Florida. It's about as far down as I want to go. Yeah. Yeah, it's like that dark cloud just follows me everywhere. I've been through a lot of springs down there. Yeah, that's what Blonde was telling me earlier. Lower Kentucky there, been some evacuation. Oh, you're a little bit above Orlando, huh? We were down at Silver Springs and close to Orlando. Claremont, I think it was. A couple of wildlife preserves down there, and we were looking for land all over that area. As long as you can make it across the creek, roll call. Part of your road is in the creek, isn't it? Now's a good time to be in that holler with a big backhoe and have you a spot cleared out to collect that water. I'm sure if you got down deep enough there, you'd probably hit a spring or two. Well, the cloud cover is definitely taking over here tonight. All right, thank you, Blonde. Fishing Cat, thanks for stopping, man. Welcome in, welcome in. Enjoy the fire. Are you on the riverbank tonight? I think we got about 6 minutes and 10 seconds, folks. Fishing Cat, tell everybody where you're from tonight. What's going on with you? We finally got Kentucky. Well, this is the second roll call's the second one from Kentucky in tonight. We've hit about every other state around us. Pennsylvania. Second one in from Pennsylvania. We've had California, Texas, Florida, Illinois, Michigan, New Jersey, Maryland, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Iowa. Canada was in the house a couple times, yeah. Grizzly was here, her son Timber, and Sasquatch was here. And, yep, 4 of them then from Canada. It's a small world when we can all get together. Well, there's the second train in about 10 minutes. But it's been a very peaceful, beautiful night out here. Ho, ho, ho. But you got all the wood dry. That's what matters, roll call. Fire that baby up. I'm going to poke this thing out and let it roll over, take a shower. Yeah, I just can't imagine where those things have been and where they're coming from, where they're headed. I can imagine back in the day when that was their form of transportation there. We caught one somewhere on a track there one day last week, and I didn't think this thing was ever going to end. I think it had 6 engines total, 2 in the front and 2 in the middle, and there might have only been one near the back, but it had to have had 200 cars attached to it. And most of them were double containers. All right, guys, we are at T minus 2 minutes. I always want to thank people for stopping in and saying hello. Yeah, I've seen that. Somebody had a video of it somewhere, but I don't think it's supposed to come through this area, Toledo or Detroit or somewhere up over east of us. I know it's supposed to be in Pennsylvania. Check out that schedule and see where I'm going to be when it's rolling through somewhere. Does it going to hit Canada at all? I know we had plans on taking the Amtrak up through New York and up into Toronto. We are having our 250 celebration here at our town in August 7th and 8th maybe. That'll get people moving out there. Go find that train. I'll have to look that up now. And I can find it just by Googling the 1440. I appreciate that little bit of information, Jim. All right, folks, we've hit our 2-hour mark tonight, and that's probably good enough for tonight. So there's Charles. Welcome in, Charles. I'm searching for you an hour ago. Were you out late tonight, or you been fishing? We were talking about the America 250 terrain, Charles. You know any info on that? I figured you were out with the daughter tonight, having fun. I don't know if we roll calls talked into having a fire right after me or not, but Jim Rockford, do you know anything about the train? It's got to come through Texas. I understand that, man. I understand. I'm surprised that 2 of them grandkids ain't been out here running around this fire, but 78 degrees right now, Jim. All right, roll call. Yeah, you can keep that heat, baby. Now you know why I don't live in Texas. But I would if I could get the missus down there. Could be in Amarillo by morning. I don't know if that'll put the fire out or... Yep, and then San Antone. Everything that I got is just what I got on. Oh, it's very dark here now, Jim. How about the 1440 there, Charles? Tell me what the closest location to me would be. Do they have like schedules or routes or... I figured if I roll those over together, the fire will go lower, but I think it's going to kick them up a little bit and make them burn. Well, now the whole sky is completely clouded over. My moon's gone, the planet's gone, the stars are gone. YouTube is trying to shut me down. All right, guys, I'm going to jump out of here for tonight. You guys have a great evening, and I'm hoping we will see you again before the weekend's up, but I won't know how that's going to begin until I show up for work tomorrow. So you guys stay safe and stay sound and stay cool. We'll see you soon, folks.